Over 60? Eat these 5 nuts before bed to stop muscle loss fast. Senior health tips. By the time we reach our 60s, our bodies go through changes that many of us don't see coming until it's too late. One of the most silent yet dangerous threats is sarcopenia, the slow, steady loss of muscle mass that can leave you weaker, less stable, and more prone to falls. The scariest part? Research shows that after age 60, you can lose up to 8% of your muscle mass every decade, and after 70, that number can jump to 15% or more. This isn't just about losing strength, it's about losing independence. But here's the good news. Certain foods, eaten at the right time, can trigger your body's natural muscle rebuilding process even as you sleep. Tonight, we're going to look at 5 powerful nuts that have been proven in multiple studies to protect your muscles, feed your cells, and keep your body stronger for longer. And the best part? They're delicious, easy to find, and can be part of your nightly routine starting today. Number 1. Almonds. Almonds are more than just a crunchy snack. They are one of the most nutritionally dense foods you can eat to fight muscle loss after 60. Each small handful carries around 6 grams of high-quality plant protein, but what makes almonds unique is their high content of the amino acid leucine. Leucine acts as a switch for muscle protein synthesis, the process your body uses to repair and build muscle fibers. This is especially important at night, because while you sleep, your body enters a state of repair. If you have the right nutrients circulating in your bloodstream during those hours, you're essentially giving your muscles the tools they need to rebuild stronger. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that older adults who consume leucine-rich foods before bed have significantly better muscle retention over time. But almonds don't just offer protein. They're packed with magnesium, a mineral that over 60% of adults over 60 are deficient in. Magnesium helps your muscles relax and recover, reduces nighttime cramps, and supports proper nerve function, all of which are vital if you want to wake up feeling strong instead of stiff. Another powerful element in almonds is their healthy fat profile, mostly monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil. These fats help reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, which is crucial because chronic inflammation can break down muscle faster than you can rebuild it. And let's not forget vitamin E, an antioxidant that protects your cells from oxidative stress, a process that accelerates muscle deterioration as we age. Imagine this. You end your day with a small handful of raw almonds, maybe lightly roasted for flavor, and instead of your body breaking down muscle overnight, it's quietly repairing it. That's the silent power almonds can give you when you make them part of your nighttime routine. Number 2. Walnuts. If almonds are the clean, sharp tool your body uses to build muscle, walnuts are the deep, restorative force that keeps your muscles from breaking down in the first place. Walnuts have a unique nutrient profile that makes them an absolute powerhouse for anyone over 60, especially when eaten before bed. First, they're the richest nut source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Most people think of omega-3 South as heart-healthy, but for aging muscles, they do something equally important. They reduce chronic inflammation that erodes muscle fibers over time. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the silent drivers of sarcopenia. It makes muscles slower to respond, slower to heal, and easier to injure. By giving your body a steady supply of omega-3 South in the evening, you're essentially calming the fires inside your muscle tissue while you sleep, so your body can focus on repairing instead of fighting inflammation. Walnuts are also rich in polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that act as antioxidants. These compounds go to work at night, protecting your muscle cells from oxidative stress caused by free radicals. In older adults, free radical damage accumulates faster because natural antioxidant defenses weaken with age. Without protection, this oxidative stress can age your muscle fibers, making them weaker and less efficient at contracting. But in clinical trials, seniors who regularly consume walnuts showed measurable improvements in muscle strength and endurance. Not just maintenance, but actual gains. There's another hidden advantage of walnuts. They're one of the few nuts with a significant amount of melatonin, the natural hormone that helps regulate sleep. If you struggle with staying asleep, which is common after 60, having a small portion of walnuts before bed can support deeper, more restorative rest. And here's the critical connection. Quality sleep is when your body releases the most growth hormone, the key signal for muscle repair and regeneration. Without enough deep sleep, your muscles don't get the go signal to rebuild, no matter how much protein you eat. Walnuts essentially work in two ways. They improve the quality of your sleep, and they supply the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds your muscles need to recover. And the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts also provide a good dose of magnesium and potassium, two minerals that regulate muscle contractions and prevent nighttime cramps, a common issue for older adults that can disrupt sleep and impair recovery. Think about it. While you sleep, every cell in your muscle tissue is quietly working to repair tiny tears caused by daily movement. If you've fueled those cells with the omega-3 South, antioxidants, and minerals in walnuts, they're not just patching damage, they're building resilience for tomorrow. And when you stack that effect night after night, week after week, the results can be profound. People often notice they wake up feeling less stiff, more balanced, and with more energy to move through the day. Number 3. Pistachios. Pistachios are often seen as a light snack, something you eat by the handful without thinking. But for anyone over 60, they can be a strategic weapon against muscle loss, especially before bed. These small green nuts are one of the highest sources of complete plant protein among all nuts, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot produce on its own. This is rare in the plant world, and it's critical for seniors because as we age, our bodies become less efficient at using protein for muscle building, a phenomenon scientists call anabolic resistance. By giving your muscles a complete set of amino acids right before your longest fasting period, sleep, you bypass much of that inefficiency and ensure your muscles have what they need to recover and grow stronger overnight. Pistachios also bring something unique to the table, a high concentration of B vitamins, especially B6, which plays a central role in protein metabolism and hemoglobin production. Hemoglobin carries oxygen to your muscles, and without enough oxygen, your muscle fibers can't perform or recover at their peak. In older adults, low B6 levels are linked to weakness, fatigue, and even reduced mobility. Another overlooked strength of pistachios is their arginine content. Arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide, a compound that improves blood flow by relaxing blood vessels. This means that when you eat pistachios before bed, you're not just supplying your muscles with nutrients. You're also enhancing circulation so those nutrients actually reach muscle tissue faster and in greater amounts. And for those over 60, better circulation at night can make a noticeable difference in morning stiffness and overall recovery. Studies from the University of Illinois have even shown that older adults who improve nighttime circulation through diet experience better muscle tone and fewer balance issues. Pistachios are also rich in potassium, even more than bananas, which helps balance electrolytes and reduce the risk of nighttime cramps that can wake you up and interrupt recovery. And because they have a lower fat content than some other nuts, pistachios are easier to digest before sleep, meaning your body can focus on nutrient absorption rather than heavy digestion. When you combine their complete protein profile, B vitamins, arginine, and potassium, pistachios become more than just a tasty treat. They're a compact, efficient delivery system for everything your muscles need to fight sarcopenia and keep you strong well into your 70s and beyond. Number 4. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are in a league of their own when it comes to protecting muscle health after 60. And what makes them stand out isn't just their protein or healthy fats. It's their incredibly high content of selenium, a trace mineral that plays a critical but often overlooked role in muscle maintenance. Selenium acts like a microscopic shield inside your cells, defending them against oxidative stress that can damage muscle fibers over time. For seniors, this is a big deal because as the body ages, natural antioxidant defenses decline sharply, meaning your muscles are left more vulnerable to cellular damage that accelerates sarcopenia. Just one Brazil nut can contain more than 100% of the daily recommended intake of selenium, making them one of the most concentrated natural sources on Earth. But selenium's impact doesn't stop at protection. It's also involved in the production of selenoproteins, which regulate inflammation and support thyroid function. This matters because your thyroid hormones help control your metabolism. And a sluggish metabolism after 60 can slow down muscle repair and make it harder to maintain strength. Brazil nuts are also rich in complete proteins, magnesium, and phosphorus, a trio that works together to support muscle contractions, energy production, and bone density. Strong bones are the foundation for strong muscles, and the two systems age together. When bones weaken, muscles compensate and tire faster. There's also evidence from clinical studies in Europe that selenium deficiency is linked to lower muscle strength, slower walking speed, and greater frailty in older adults, and reversing that deficiency can improve physical performance. Within weeks, Brazil nuts bring another hidden advantage. Their healthy saturated and monounsaturated fats slow the release of amino acids into the bloodstream, providing a steady trickle of muscle-building nutrients throughout the night instead of a single spike. This slow-release effect is perfect for seniors because it mimics the gradual nutrient delivery that younger bodies can achieve naturally, but older bodies often struggle to maintain. And unlike many high-protein bedtime snacks, Brazil nuts are incredibly easy to digest in small quantities, so you don't overload your stomach before lying down. The key with Brazil nuts is moderation. You only need 1 or 2 before bed to saturate your body with selenium and kickstart overnight recovery. And when you combine this with a balanced diet, you create a protective environment inside your muscles that resists the pull of age. For anyone over 60 who wants to wake up stronger, steadier, and more capable of living independently, a nightly ritual with Brazil nuts can be a surprisingly powerful step. Number 5. Cashews. Cashews may not always get the same spotlight as almonds or walnuts, but for anyone over 60, they deserve a permanent place in the nightly routine, not just because they taste indulgent, but because they combine muscle-building nutrients with compounds that directly combat the hidden drivers of age-related weakness. First, cashews are one of the best natural sources of magnesium, delivering nearly 20% of the daily requirement in just a small handful, and magnesium is the mineral your muscles cannot function without. Every single contraction and relaxation of a muscle fiber, from lifting a grocery bag to simply standing up from a chair, depends on magnesium regulating calcium flow in and out of cells. Without enough magnesium, muscle movements become shaky, recovery slows, and nighttime cramps become more common, which can interrupt sleep and sabotage overnight muscle repair. For seniors, magnesium deficiency is rampant. Some studies estimate that over 70% of adults over 60 fall short, largely due to lower absorption rates and medications that deplete magnesium. Cashews also bring a strong dose of plant-based protein, around 5 grams per ounce, But what makes that protein especially valuable is the high content of tryptophan, an amino acid that promotes the production of serotonin and melatonin. This means that eating cashews before bed doesn't just feed your muscles. It helps you fall asleep faster and achieve deeper, more restorative stages of sleep, which is when growth hormone release peaks and muscle repair is at its most active. But cashews also have a secret weapon. They're rich in copper, a mineral that works alongside iron to form hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen to muscle tissue. Without enough copper, your muscles starve for oxygen during both exercise and recovery, leading to fatigue, weakness, and slower repair. In aging adults, even mild copper deficiency has been linked to decreased muscle endurance and a higher risk of falls. On top of that, cashews contain a balance of healthy fats, mostly monounsaturated and polyunsaturated, that support joint health by reducing inflammation, meaning the muscles you're rebuilding are supported by joints that can actually handle more movement without pain. The potassium content in cashews also helps maintain proper electrolyte balance, preventing the small but constant microcramps and spasms that can wear down muscle tissue over time. And unlike some other nuts, cashews have a softer texture and lower fiber content, making them easier to chew and digest for those with dental issues or sensitive stomachs, ensuring that their nutrients are absorbed efficiently before you drift off to sleep. In research from the Journal of Nutrition, older adults who consumed magnesium and copper-rich foods like cashews showed not only better muscle preservation, but also improved balance, coordination, and grip strength, key indicators of independence in senior years. So when you think of cashews as just a creamy, satisfying snack, you're missing the bigger picture. They are a full-spectrum muscle support package that works while you sleep, helping you wake up with the strength, stability, and energy to keep doing the things you love without fear of weakness holding you back. And there you have it. 5 powerful nuts that don't just taste amazing, but actually work behind the scenes to help you fight one of the most dangerous parts of aging, the silent loss of muscle mass. Almonds for their leucine and magnesium. Walnuts for their omega-3 south and melatonin. Pistachios for complete proteins in circulation. Brazil nuts for selenium and slow-release recovery. And cashews for magnesium, copper, and deep restorative sleep. If you make even one of these a part of your nightly routine, you could give your body the raw materials it needs to stay strong, steady, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Remember, muscle loss is not inevitable, but it is a battle you have to fight every single day and every night. The good news? You don't need complicated supplements or expensive treatments. Just a handful of the right foods, eaten at the right time, can change the way you age. This is Senior Book, and I'm here to bring you the truth about senior health, backed by science and designed to keep you living life on your terms. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments which of these 5 nuts you'll be adding to your nighttime ritual. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.